A grief-stricken family has told Sky News they want someone to take accountability for the death of Louis Stone, a retired butcher who was killed by a secure psychiatric unit patient released 10 days earlier. In her first TV interview, Mr. Stone's stepdaughter Vicky Lindsay said they were calling for an internal NHS trust report to be made public so that lessons can be learned. The thought of anybody going through what we've gone through for the last 6 years, we're living a life sentence, she said. On the 28th of February 2019, Louis Stone was where he loved being most, the remote town of Borth on the west coast of Wales near Aberystwyth. It's where he and his wife, Elizabeth, had a holiday home and planned to retire. That morning, Louis left for his daily pre-breakfast walk with his beloved dog Jock along the River Larry and never came home. He had been stabbed multiple times, and despite repeated attempts to save his life, he died in hospital 3 months later. Louis' killer, David Fleet, was sectioned under the Mental Health Act after admitting manslaughter with diminished responsibility. Sentencing, Judge Paul Thomas QC said Louis had been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Louis' family disagrees. I just want somebody to say, yes, we messed up, we're sorry. It doesn't change things, but we're sorry. We've had none of that. Mum's had nothing, no support, she's had nothing. That's all we want, an admission. Fleet was suffering from paranoid schizophrenia at the time of the attack and told psychiatrists if he had not stabbed Mr. Stone, the voices in his head were going to kill him. 4 months earlier, he had been detained under the Mental Health Act, but despite concerns raised by his own family, it was decided he should be treated at home. The HOLDDA Health Board told Sky News they don't intend to release the internal report into Fleet's care. Sharon Daniel, the interim executive director for nursing, quality and patient experience, said, the duty of candor for patients came into force in Wales in April 2023. At the time of this incident and concern, we fulfilled our duties to be open. When asked if they would be willing to apologize to both affected families, Ms. Daniel said, in the event of serious incidents, we have robust processes in place for reviewing internally, identifying any issues, and where appropriate preparing an improvement plan to prevent such an occurrence in the future. We regret such incidents and always seek to learn from them. In February, victims' families in Nottingham won their fight for an NHS review into the care of paranoid schizophrenic Valdo Calacane, who killed 3 people, to be made public. It exposed a catalogue of errors and systemic failings. The family's advisor and former NHS lawyer Rad Seiger, who also advised the Nottingham families, told Sky News the 2 cases have striking similarities. Sunlight is the best disinfectant when there are problems in the NHS. Let's have these things out in the open. Yes, they're uncomfortable, but that's the only way the NHS is going to learn from its mistakes. It's no good them marking their own homework in private where journalists, or lawyers, or families don't get to scrutinize these things because we see that these things keep happening over and over and over. David Fleet's family declined an opportunity to speak to Sky News for this report. The Ministry of Justice and Department of Health were both